today we're going to get the city of Foolshope connected up to this electricity grid properly. Greetings everybody and welcome back to the Endzone. I'm the Beard. I'm very happy to have you with me today, and in case you haven't guessed, today's episode is all about the grid. Yes, that's right, today we're going to get the city of Foolshope connected up to this electricity grid properly. Everybody you see in grey is not on the grid, everyone you see in green currently has power, and everyone in red is on the grid but does not have power, and we need to rectify that today. There are a couple of other things I'd like to rectify too. I don't know if you can see, we've still got a couple of contamination issues going around here, even though the majority of our citizens are now wearing radiation suits. And I think part of the reason why, and I don't know how this slipped by us, this is the only decontamination post that we have running at the moment, which is just absolutely incredible. So therefore, I think we need to get a couple of those up and running. So let's do that first. Where do we go? This is it in community? Oh, it's in logistics, that's where it is. So I was thinking decontamination post around about these parts of the world, maybe. I thought that could be quite good. Immediately linked up to power there, and I was thinking another one probably around here somewhere, and I'll tell you why. Because this side of the world needs some decontamination too. I was thinking about doing that one there, like that. Yep, cool. So let's get those decontamination posts, and once those are up and running, we can. Well, maybe I should do a third. I'm gonna do a fourth one. I'm gonna do a fourth one and get a fourth one up and running over here. In fact, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it right there. And I think that fourth decontamination post should help us considerably. Alright, onto the electricity. I'm going to go to the solar collectors. We already have one there and one there. I was thinking of doing a solar collector in all four corners of this this good old civilization here. Really get things going. Ooh, look, there's scrap there. Let's see if we can get a scrap. Excuse me. See if we can get a scrapyard to skimmy there. Change the field of work right over there. Get them to gather that scrap quickly. I don't want to. There's a good pile of scrap here that I don't want to. It looks like a fridge. Yeah, it looks like a fridge, doesn't it? That I don't want to lose if that makes sense. So let's get the solar collector out here though. We can still plan things. So let's. I think maybe solar collector. Let's do the battery first, because I'm going to let battery out to where every panel is. So let's put that there first, and then I think the solar collector will run out onto the road in front of it like that. And then I was thinking of doing something. Do we have space up here? We don't. So I think those three solar collectors and the batteries will have to do it for now. So while they get those all up and running, I think we're going to click over to the grid here and click over to our electricity poles here, our pylons, and start to see what we can get hooked up here. It looks like there's very little hooked up here, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pole in there. That should link that one up there, and I think if I get a pole in over, how about over there, or there, yep, there, that should link those together. And if I drop a pole in, how about there, and then over here, we should link those in together. And I think if I drop a pole there, we should get some electricity across to those guys as well. Let's speed things up a bit and get these poles going, shall we? I want to try and get these built first. So we can try and get this grid all hooked up, because we do want to, by the end of this episode, have most of these houses, or as many as we possibly can, on the grid. Okay, another thing that I wanted to do, which I think now is the time is ripe since we're doing this, we're going to decommission all of these fields. Yep, that's right, you've heard me right, we're going to decommission all of those fields, and there's a very good reason why we're going to do that. We don't need that food right now, we have a massive stock of it, and we're also going to be moving our citizens around, I think, quite a bit actually. Let's remove some of these roads as well, since we don't need them here along our to govern our fields here anymore. So they're just causing space issues, if that makes sense. We can dig up those roads. Yep, look at that, digging up those roads. I think that there's good paths going along here. That's all looks good. Okay, cool. Back to the electricity, shall we? Let's slow this down. and get back onto our grid. Look at that, we've hooked up a couple more buildings onto the grid there. That's good. The side of the world is already getting gridded up. Did I spot a building up there? No, I didn't. Okay, let's continue working our way this way towards the red, shall we? If we've got those up now, can we put something there? Yep, there you go, and that's a pole across to the pole across there, so that's electricity through onto our 2 fishing docks over there. And I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to drop one down to here, and I think what that does is that gives us electricity down to our town center and to our workshop over here, which is really quite cool. What happens if I drop one over here? We get power down to those 3 buildings as well, which is great. And if I drop one over here, or over here, yeah, right over there, we get power down to those, which is absolutely fantastic. I think that's those buildings all hooked up now. That's the school. Is that all of those sturdy houses hooked up, or do we need to get another one in here? Let's get another one in there just to make sure that those sturdy houses are hooked up to our grid as well. And I want to continue the electricity out here. Let's put that one out there, and we continue to link into this grid over there. And I think if we put one over there, that'll link those guys through. If we go over here, it'll link those guys into that grid there, which is absolutely fantastic. And since these guys are now built, let's plot some lines down here, shall we? And we shall transport the electricity over this way, through those power lines. Crikey, this is good. We are starting to get this grid hooked up big time. Let's see what happens when these are built, shall we? There's a lot of purple poles here still. Let's get that up and running, guys, shall we? There you go. Those are just onto the grid. There, we're declining this. We're paying attention to electricity. Good. Look, they've all gone onto the grid. That's fantastic. I am a little bit perplexed as to why these guys here are not running electricity. That's why, because they're not linked through over here. We have to link them through to the grid over there. Let's do that. Let's build that next. I think if that goes up, all of these guys here that are currently red should turn on. Yep, look at that. Good. Okay, that's cool. Oh, look at that. We've also reached our warehouse. Like, I think that's a good time to pause and turn this off. And let's actually go over to our warehouses. Where are they? There's a couple around. Yep. Reaching capacity. Let's upgrade our warehouses, shall we? I think there's another one over here. There's another one over there. There's another one over there. And I think there's one over here somewhere. Am I wrong? Is there one over here? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, so that's all of our warehouses upgraded with that latest technology. What else have we got in our research pipeline? Shall we have a look? Nothing that we can research at the moment that we have. We can do coal mining. Should we do coal mining, or should we do a weather station? Should we do a weather station? Let's do a weather station. Let's get the weather station out the way. I think that could be kind of useful too, actually. Alright, let's go back to our grid, since that is the object of the game today. There you go. There's our grid back up and running. We are really getting power through to things here. Look at this. There's a gap over here that we can start filling in. I think if we drop a power line to there, that should connect that building, and if we can manage to put one out there, that should connect those over, and then we should get one over to here, and that should connect those together. And then I think if we pop one in there, that should hook those all through together. And then I'm just going to continue this thinking down here. Let's put one over there, and that'll link those guys in, and I think I'm going to drop one over there and one over there. And should we try and drop one back here too and get those in? Yeah, look at that. Let's get some power over to those sides of the world, shall we? See if this grid can sort of link up. Let's wait till we get see those purple poles all dug up. There you go. There's a couple going in. I can see. People they're upgrading the warehouses first, which is a fair shot, guys. Fair shot. Let's build this one next. I want to see what happens if I get that one up. because I think if I get that one up, a lot of these are going to go back onto the grid. Look at this, we've got a grid here, we've got a grid. Okay, we've missed it over here. There's one over there that needs to go in. And I think if we build that, this grid here should link up. Wonderful, look at that, this is grid now, this is gridded. This is good. This grid is coming online here. Fantastic. Right, I actually think we need to figure out how to link that grid together, don't we? Let's put one over there, and that'll link that grid through. Yes, look at this, fantastic. This whole grid is linked up through here, and I think as soon as this one goes up, we'll get these ones here linked. He's banging in the nails. Banging in the nails, up goes the pole. Ah, look at that, there you go. Whoa, look at that. And we've got new research on our weather station decline. I'm going to come back to that another time. So before we get back to the grid, which is doing fairly well, let's actually have a look. Yeah, look at that, just this little central bit over here that still needs power. Otherwise everything else is doing super well. Alright, what else we got here? Community, where were we? Resources, was it under logistics, the weather station? Where, technology, yeah, weather station. Ah, there's the weather station. Okay, where are we going to put the weather station? Good question. Where shall we put the weather station? I think the weather station should go out here. How about here on the, this is quite cool actually. I think the weather station here on the, out on the, near this, I think we're going to put a weather, I think we're definitely going to put a weather station out here. Let's put the weather station like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Weather station is going in. That's going to really up the ante in this here town. Let's get a road down there and link those guys up, shall we? I want to try and get those in. Look at that pole. Electricity pole. Do you think we can move this electricity pole over to the side and get a pole in over here rather? I think that might do what we want better. And then what we can actually do is we can run electricity all the way down like that. I think to give power to our station too. So that should be quite cool. Getting the electricity, getting a weather station up and running, and we really are filling out things here now. I'm fantastically pleased about that. Man, we have a housing problem again. We're gonna have to solve that soon. The ever-eternal housing problem. Okay, let's get the grid up first before we look into the housing problem again. Alright, where are we again? Electricity poles. Let's get some poles out here. So if we can hook that grid in there, yeah, if we can hook those guys in, so those two buildings are hooked in from that side, and then if we get this one here, we can hook those buildings in there. So, yep, he's hooked in from this side. And then if I get this down there, it like literally hooks down to like all of those buildings there. Does he link down? Yep, he does. And I think that means that if I go and I put something like that, we should get all of those guys in too. And then if I go there, look at that, I think we might, and I'm going to press fast here now, if everything goes to plan and all of those purple poles go up, we should have electricity to our whole grid. Although I can see now that these guys here are not running power anymore. There they are. Okay, they've got power back. So obviously something changed. He's producing power, good. Okay, oh, yep, look, onto the grid, but I don't know if they're getting power from, right, can you see over here, we've got a problem, it's not linked up to the grid, and I think what we're going to have to do is, I knew that this was going to happen, we're going to have to demolish that, and as soon as that goes down, we're going to have to build, there you go, we're going to have to build something in there, build next, yep. Let's see how it's going on over here. Are we into the grid, guys? Are we into the grid? No, not quite yet. Not quite yet. We still need a couple of poles to link us through to a couple of things. Getting this mess of cables that go everywhere over this whole town and city here really is interesting. Let's see if we get one over here as well. How about we do it like that? Yeah, let's do it like that, and then that links us through to this side of the electricity grid too. Good, look at that. Good Lord, look at that. We have power, everyone. We have power. Although this little section here is still running on its own sim, which means if we put a pole of just one lonely pylon, like, let's do it over there, shall we? One lonely pylon over there, and that should bring this portion of the grid onto oh, we've got yes, look at that. What was that? I don't know what that was. I wasn't paying attention. Yes, look at that. We've got the grid, guys. We have the grid. We have the grid. Foolshope has electricity. This is absolutely fantastic news. I am really, very, 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 very happy about that. And let's just slow things down and we can admire our handiwork there. Alright, so we've also done quite a bit actually. We've managed to relocate the electricity. We have upgraded some of our warehouses, which is fantastic. What I was also thinking of doing was getting in some wells. I don't know if that makes sense, so let's go, where were we? Water. I was thinking about getting in some wells, and I know that sounds just a little bit ridiculous, but I was kind of thinking it would be cool to have the ability to stock and store water, even if we were in drought. And I have remembered or realized that the wells are what give us the ability to do that. So wells are what we are going to be building, I think, now. In fact, a well, I think, over here on this on the waterfront here, I think it's going to be an important well. And I was thinking maybe if we can fit one in here. Nope, just can't. But we can fit one back around here, which I'd like to do. If I can I fit it in there? No. Oh my goodness gracious me, just can't fit it in there. What a disappointment. Okay, so the well is gonna go over there. And I think one more well, I was thinking somewhere on here, if we can do it. Yes, look at that, it even has electricity. We might, oh, what, can we? No, we can't. We're gonna have to demolish some of these here, these shrubs. So demolish, let's demolish these shrubs, all on that barrel as well, actually. Shall we? Let's demolish, keep those out, and I think that'll allow us to put the well here, and it will, yep, there it goes, they're coming out. Out go the bushes, yep, and the well will go in. And I think that is also going to vastly increase our ability to manage the situation around these parts. Right, our decontamination centers. We built a whole bunch of those, didn't we? Let's have a look here. Change the field of work for those to there. And we've got another one over here. And let's change that field of work to fit those buildings. And didn't we build one over here? Let's change that field of work to fit those buildings there, and then this one here can change out to fit that. And I think that means that we've got a far more balanced set of decontamination centers there. But I do think what that means is that we need to appoint some more people to work in there. Yep, look at that, very short staff there. And we need a few more of them. And in fact, actually, this is a good opportunity to go and check that we're fully staffed everywhere else. It looks like we are. Let's take our logisticians up to 30, shall we? Really start to, not that I don't think we really need to, but we have a lot of people walking around not doing much. Let's get 4 well keeps in. And let's take this up to 60, shall we? Might as well have water carriers, lots of water carriers, and I think otherwise we're all good. Everything else seems to be very staffed. And let's maybe take us up, should we take us up to 25 builders? Yeah, 25 builders. 25 builders, yeah. I'm going to decline that. I didn't even know what you were asking me. Right, so that's, I think, done a very good job there. And we're slowly racking up research points again. I think we're going to go for mining. In fact, actually, I think we actually might have enough research points to do it. Yes, look at this, coal mining. Coal mining is what we're going for. Coal mining it is. Let's go have a look. We've got a weather station. Look at this. We've got a weather station. What is this? Set the rain contamination level, which the respective buildings are supposed to be covered to protect them. Rainwater collectors, never. I suppose high. And fields, high. Yep, that's cool. All right. I think that should help us a lot with contamination and rain and all those kind of things. Although we have stocked so much food, we do need to start thinking about where we move our fields. And in fact, actually, our homeless situation now, I think, is what's going to rectify this. And this is where I think we're going to end the episode. We're going to decommission these orchards here. So those orchards are now decommissioned. And I think let's go to our logistics here. Let's dig up the central road here. Dig up that central road, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to start to place a couple more of these sturdy houses around. I think we wanted a waterfront suburb down here, so let's see if we can start getting a few of those in. I was thinking about getting them in like that if I can. Yeah, that's quite cool. 2 in like that, 2 into the waterfront suburb there. And then let's see if we can get another few in here as well. Where can we get another one? Can we get another one in here? Yeah, we can, can't we? And we can get another one like this. Should we get this like this and then make it really interesting around these parts? Since it is the waterfront suburbs. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it like that. I think that's very interesting. And then let's put a few more in and along here as well. And this should help with our housing situation, at least temporarily. It's not going to solve it in the long term. In fact, it's probably going to create more problems for us. But you know, what can you do? But it's good to get a couple more houses in here. Have we got our logistics? Is this a paved road here that I need to get rid of? Yeah, I need to get rid of that, don't I? Yep, get rid of that paved road, please. I want to get some more houses in here. Where is our sturdy houses? Yeah, I think we're gonna get let's get that like that and that one like that. Okay, maybe I was being rash with getting rid of that road. Okay, we can't get anything in on this end like this. It's just a bit. Ooh, no, that's why. Because I moved them too far forward. Look at that. I should have just shifted there. If I just done that and not again, not paying attention. There you go. There you go. There you go. There and there. And I think that is a great new suburb. Let's get some electricity poles down here. So shall we? And make sure that everyone's got power as soon as they move in. I think that would be a very fantastic thing to do. And let's get one down here as well, shall we? Just to make sure that there's power going everywhere. Yep, that's it. I think those are our new suburbs. We have the new waterfront suburbs going in here. There's going to be a lot of decoration that needs to be done on the old farmland over here. A couple more sturdy houses going in. And I think that means in the next episode, we shall move our farms out to around here. And probably somewhere around here as well, I would imagine. With some more housing. And mining. Mining is going to start too. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode as much as I have. We have our grid, and look at our happiness as well. Almost 100% global happiness there, which is wonderful to see. As always, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. As I've said, if you have, please smash that like button. Otherwise, drop a comment if you've got anything to say. And I'll see you all for episode 16 in a couple of days' time, when we get up some mining. And yeah, fast approach real domination in this game. Until then, stay safe. I am the Beard, signing out.